Before, it was like cute little sunspots that looked like I had freckles, and I actually used to love that look. Well, hello there. Welcome back to my channel, guys. If you are anything like me and you have these dark spots that really drive you crazy, then I'm glad you found this video, because we're going to talk about what has been helping me, things that I have been doing at home, products that I've been using that have helped lighten and keep them lightened. Having melasma, dark spots, hyperpigmentation, they're called different things, but today we're going to talk about what they are, why they happen, what can we do, what kinds of treatments are available, and what can we do at home. And then we're going to talk about prevention and maintenance. So get comfortable. We're going to be talking for a little while. I've got my notes here, and so let's get started. Okay, so what are they? They are these dark spots that sometimes start out as little freckles, and then over time they get darker, and in my case they kind of started grouping together. They started hanging out together, they decided they wanted to stay there, and now they're like patches, whereas before it was like cute little sunspots that looked like I had freckles, and I actually used to love that look, but now this is what I have. It is more common for women to have this condition than men, and also genes play a role. Your genetics. People with darker skin like myself tend to produce more of that cell that is responsible for creating the pigmentation in your skin. So we tend to have that cell be kind of hyperactive. So I'm Hispanic, so I'm more prone to get them. But one important thing to know is that the sun is the key exacerbating factor in melasma and hyperpigmentation. Also, hormonal changes can bring it on. Pregnancy and the onset of menopause. In my case, I have 3 children. My pregnancies never brought this on, but now with menopause, this is when it happens. So everyone is different. Now, the commonly used treatments to treat melasma is with a prescription of tretinoin or hydrocodone. So you can only get this from your dermatologist. In my research, I have also found that a green LED light is supposed to help. And then things that you can do at a doctor's office, like chemical peels and laser treatments. But those are, I'm mentioning just a couple of the things that people can do to help treat this condition. Now I'm going to move on to the things that I do, the products I use that have been working for me. Okay, the first thing and the most important is Tranexamic. I have such a hard time with that word. Tranexamic Acid. It's been really studied, and the results have been documented, and it does work in lightening pigmentation. So Tranexamic is the first thing, and so I have been using the Inky List. That's the first one that I started with. This is in the 2% concentration. Then I discovered through Penny, who has a YouTube channel, a skincare channel, and she's an expert in this, and so she recommended this one, and I've been using this one ever since. This is Tranexamic also, but it's from a brand called Dear Skin. I think that's the brand, and this is 5% concentration, so it's stronger than this one. So if you've never implemented Tranexamic Acid into your skincare routine, I would recommend starting with this one from the Inky List, which is very affordable. This one I'm able to get on Amazon, and it's not that expensive, but I like that the concentration is higher. So I use this morning and night. And you can do the same. This one says night treatment. I'm not sure why, but when I started using it, yeah, that's how I would only use it at night. So if you are going to be starting this, if you're going to start implementing it, then just start using it at night only to see how your skin reacts to it. Okay, next thing that I've been doing that is really important, it's exfoliating. Now, exfoliating serves several purposes. First, it removes the dead cells. It removes the dead skin, allowing new skin to come through, which is not as pigmented. Exfoliation also helps with the absorption of the treatments that you're going to put on, which in turn then makes them more efficient. So it increases the efficacy of the treatments and the serums that you will be using. So that is why exfoliating is so important. Now, the two that I have been using and that I recommend, the first one is from Paula's Choice. It's a BHA. And this is salicylic acid. And then once a week, I will use also this one from The Ordinary. This is both AHA and BHA peel. So this is like a mask that you put on for 10 minutes and then you wash it off. And this is kind of pretty intense, so you will feel the first couple times you use it sort of like tingling and kind of itching, but it takes a little while getting used to. But this is a fabulous product, and the prices for The Ordinary are incredible. This I would do no more than once or twice a week. The next product that's important to implement is vitamin C. This one from The Ordinary, it is vitamin C suspension, 30%. This one is in silicone form, but they also have it like in the original formula. They also have it in powder form. So using L-ascorbic acid is really important because it has brightening effects, and you need to implement it as much as you can into your skincare. The next thing is antioxidants, which vitamin C is in and of itself an antioxidant, but specifically alpha-arbutin. There's a couple of products from The Ordinary that I have been using that have helped tremendously. The first one is alpha-arbutin, 2% plus hyaluronic acid. So the alpha-arbutin alone, and you can use this morning and night. And then there's one that combines vitamin C and alpha-arbutin, and it's a thicker, sort of like oilier formula. And it's also from The Ordinary. Combining ascorbic acid really increases the potency and the efficacy of this treatment. You can use one or the other, or both, or maybe just use one in the morning and the other one at night and kind of switch it up. But it's up to you. It depends on how quickly you want to see results and how much you're willing, to commit. The next thing that's recommended is using retinoids and niacinamide. Retinoids speed up the cell turnover, which in turn allows for, like I said before, allows for newer skin to come through. Niacinamide combined with vitamin C is a great potent also combination that is recommended because it helps to brighten the skin in a much faster way when combined with niacinamide. The niacinamide I use is also from The Ordinary. It looks just like this. I don't know where the bottle went, but it's super affordable. They also have retinoid, but I don't have it with me. They have different types of retinoids that are available through The Ordinary. I think starting at 0.5% potency, and they go up to 5%. You can look into where maybe starting at a low percentage and then kind of working your way up. That's also recommended. But The Ordinary offers everything, and you can get those directly through The Ordinary website or from Sephora. Now let's talk about prevention. What can we do? First thing is avoid the sun as much as possible. The sun is not your friend. The sun is your enemy, and this is always the case. The second thing you can do is always use sunscreen. Even when you're indoors, even when it's cloudy, use sunscreen. Preferably SPF 30 or higher. These are two examples of the ones that I really like. These are tinted CeraVe 30 face SPF. Make sure you get the tinted one. And then this one is from Dermatology Tinted Moisturizer SPF 46. I don't know why that number is odd, but that's the number. I also read that the tinted sunscreens tend to provide more protection because I guess the color that they use creates another type of barrier against the sun. So here are two great options. When you are in a climate where it's extremely hot, extremely high temperatures triggers the production of more melanin, of more pigment producing cells. So reapply throughout the day. It says pretty much in every sunscreen that I've seen, it says every 2 hours. I don't do that unless I am out in a really, hot place and I'm sweating. So I have some products to recommend to you that help, with the process of having to reapply. I love this one from Kate Somerville, SPF 50. This is, you shake it and it's just like a regular setting spray that you do at the end of your makeup. This one from Ulta, which is more affordable, but it's also broad spectrum 50. You can also reapply in powder form as you touch up your makeup throughout the day. And this is a great option. This one is from Derma E, Sun Protection Mineral Powder SPF 30. So this is a great way to reapply throughout the day, and it's so practical because it helps you set your makeup and you're adding sun protection. I love that. I think it's genius. Another thing you can do in addition to using sunscreen is look for products, makeup, that provides additional protection. Like this primer, for example, Master Prime has from Maybelline, has SPF 30, so that is like added protection. Another example of a foundation, this one is from Physicians Formula, the Healthy Elixir. This one has SPF 20. This other one, another example from CoverGirl, the Healthy Elixir, also has sun protection. So it's a good way to just kind of, add another layer of sun protection, because the more, it can't hurt, it can only help. So that's another quick tip that I wanted to add as well. Now let's talk about prevention and maintenance. The most important thing is that we continue to use these products even when we see improvement, especially the Tranexamic Acid and the alpha-arbutin. Those are your two best friends. They should be your friends forever. And the sun, remember, is your enemy. In the summer months, you'll notice that the melasma, hyperpigmentation will get worse. And then after the summer ends, I typically have to go in really and be really aggressive to get it back to where it was. Because remember that fading a pigmentation takes time and patience. So this is not something that you're gonna see results overnight and then they're gonna be gone forever. This is a condition that's going to be ongoing, and we have to kind of embrace it. It's part of the aging process for some of us, for people with my skin color or darker especially. So I've learned to embrace it. I try to find products that are affordable, because since this is going to be ongoing, obviously I don't want to break the bank while I'm treating my melasma. So, which is why I love that The Ordinary carries products that can help me with this. And so that's the last thing I can say, is just kind of embrace it and just make peace with the fact that we will always be having to treating it, because they won't really disappear altogether. I hope this was somewhat helpful. I hope you can implement some of these in your skincare routine and that they work for you as well as they have been working for me. Okay, well that wraps it up. I will link other videos that I have on skincare so you can take a look. I just filmed recently 2020 favorite skincare. So if that's something that you're interested in, make sure to check it out. I will see you on the next video. Be well, one big virtual hug, and don't forget to subscribe before you leave if you haven't already.